Hey y'all, it's Julie the Nursing Tutor. I got some dosage calculations for you where you have to find the micrograms per kilogram per minute from milliliters per hour. So big boy and big girl panties required. Here we go. Okay, a client with cardiogenic shock weighs 220 pounds and is receiving dopamine at a rate of 3 micrograms per kilogram per minute. The solution strength available is dopamine 400 milligrams and 250 milliliters D5W. The nurse should inset the infusion pump milliliters per hour. Round to tenths if it's required. You know, the first thing we got to do is convert that weight. So we're going to do 220 divided by 2.2. No, 220 divided by 2.2 equals, he is 100 kilograms. Okay. And the doctor said he wants him to get 3 micrograms for every kilogram. And we have 100. So if we multiply 100 times 3 micrograms, I'm going to do it here because times 3, you know it's going to be 300. 300 what? Micrograms per minute. Micrograms per minute. But look, we got to do the milliliters in hours. So we got to figure out what he gets in hours. And if we multiply this times 60, we can figure that out. 300 times 60 equals 18,000 micrograms per hour. You with me? I believe you are. Now, the dose strength is in milligrams. This is the dose ordered. You know we have kg, g, mg, mcg. If we're going from micrograms to milligrams, we've got to move a decimal to the left. And you have to know we got to do it 3 places. So 18,000, the decimal's understood to be at the end. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Don't 18,000 make you want to move your decimal? That's going to be 18 milligrams. Now, this is the dose ordered. What he wants is 18 milligrams. What we have is 400 milligrams and 250 milliliters. All right, so we got to find the milliliters per hour. So 18 divided by 400 equals times 250 equals. That will be 11.25. And it said round to the tenth. So that 5 will make that a 3. And that'll be 11.3 milliliters per hour. Look, boom. We saved another one. Yay. Okay. So just take a swallow of your beverage, clear your mouth and your mind, and let's do another one. So a client with hypertension who weighs 72.4 kilograms is receiving an infusion of Nipride, 50 milligrams, in D5W, 250 milliliters, and it's infusing at 75 milliliters an hour. So Ethel wants to know how many micrograms per kilogram per minute is the patient receiving. And we're going to round to the nearest tenth if we need to. So, okay. It's going at 75 milliliters an hour. And we need to find how many milligrams per hour he's getting. So the dose ordered on dose overdose on hand will work here. Because the 50 milligrams and 250 milliliters is what I have in my hand. The fact that it's going at 75 milliliters an hour, who wanted that? I didn't. I mean, if I had my choice, we'd be outside playing in the sunshine. But the doctor wants it going at that. So 75 milliliters an hour is what he wants. What do I have that has milliliters? Because they got to have the same last name to go in this fraction. I got 250 of them. How does that come with 50 milligrams of medicine in it? Okay, so we're going to do the math. This divided by that times that. 75 divided by 250 equals times 50. So he is getting 15 milligrams per hour. Okay, but they want to know how many micrograms he's getting. So I'm going to convert 15 milligrams to micrograms. And if I'm going from milligrams to micrograms, I got to move it that away to the right. 3 places. So don't let me make you dizzy. So 15 milligrams, the decimal's understood to be at the back of it. I'm 1, 2, 3, 15,000. So he's getting 15,000 micrograms per hour. And they want to know the micrograms per minute. So we're going to divide this by 60. This is working normally we work it the other way. So 15,000 divided by 60 means he's getting, let me make that sure, 1, 2, 3 divided by 60. That is 250 micrograms per minute. Okay? And then to find out how many he's getting per kilogram, we got to take 250 and divide it by 72.4 kilograms. Divided by 72.4 equals. And that's going to be 3.45. That 5 is going to make that 4 a 5. So the answer would be 3.5 micrograms per kilogram per minute. Look. Yeah, it is. You see that? We're working them backwards. So number 3, a client who weighs 70 kilograms is receiving dopamine solution of 800 milligrams per 500 milliliters at 5 milliliters an hour. So the 800 milligrams in 500 milliliters is what I got in my hand. That it's going at 5 milliliters an hour, that's what Mr. Main wants. And Ethel wants to know how many micrograms per kilogram per minute is they receiving, is the client. So let's do this again. It's running at 5 milliliters, so that's the dose ordered. What do I have that's milliliters? I have 500 milliliters. How's it come with 800 milligrams of that stuff in it? And we're going to do the math. This divided by that times that. 5 divided by 500 equals times 800 equals. And that's going to be 8 milligrams per hour. But they want it in micrograms. You see that? So milligrams to micrograms, you know, milligrams to micrograms, we got to go that way. So 1, 2, 3 milligrams will be 8,000 micrograms. So he's getting 8,000 micrograms per hour. And they want to know per minute. So we're going to divide this by 60 to find out how much is per minute. So here it is, 8,000 divided by 60 equals. And he's getting 133.3 micrograms per minute. And we have to see how much he's getting per kilogram. So we got to divide 70 kilograms into 133. 133.3 divided by 70 equals. And you see that's 1.9. And look, sure enough he is. You see how we saved him? I don't want you freaking out if you see something like this. Do what you know to do. The client is receiving an IV solution of normal saline, 250 milliliters, with amiodarone 1 gram. That's what's in the bag. At 1 milliliter an hour. How many milligrams per minute of amiodarone is infusing? So, you know 1 gram. I'm going to do this. 1 gram, if we got to change it to milligrams because we said 1 gram, 1, 2, 3 is 1,000 milligrams. And it's in 250 milliliters. And it's infusing at 17 milliliters an hour. So what do I have that has milliliters? I got 250 of them. How does that come with 1,000 milligrams of stuff in it? And we're going to do the math, okay? The fraction says this divided by that. So 17 divided by 250 equals times 1000 equals. And that's going to be 468 milligrams. My G's are jacked up per hour. I'm going to redo that. 17 divided by 250 equals times 1. Okay, took it far. 17 divided by 250 equals times 1. Okay, I got it all wrong, so thank goodness I went back. That is 68 milligrams per hour. And they want to know how many milligrams per minute. If they're getting 68 per hour, we can divide that by 60. And that will be 1.13. That 3's not going to do anything, so it would be 1.1 milligrams per minute. Look, boom. We saved him. You see that? Help him, Lord. He going to help y'all. So let's do this last one. A client who weighs 176 pounds is receiving an IV of that medicine right there. We're not here to pronounce words. We're here to do math. At 48 milliliters an hour. That's what it's running. The IV's on the label says the concentration of that medicine is 10 milligrams per milliliter. And they want to know how many micrograms per kilogram per minute are they receiving. So we know it's going at 48 milliliters an hour. What do I have that's milliliters? I have 1 milliliter. How does that come? 10 milligrams. Because that's the concentration of the whole bag. It may have 1,000 milliliters in it, but the concentration of ratio is 10 milligrams to 1 milliliter, and you can use that. So we're going to do the math. This divided by that times that. 48 divided by 1 equals times 10. And this will be 480 milligrams per hour. And of course, you know Ethel, she just ain't satisfied with a milligram. So we're going to convert this to micrograms. And the decimals understood to be at the end. And we'll go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that would be 480,000 micrograms per hour. You with me? I believe you are. But Ethel wants to know per minute. So we're going to divide this by 60 to see how many micrograms are getting a minute. 480,123 divided by 60 equals, that is 8,000 micrograms per minute. Okay? And they want to know how many he's getting per kilogram. So I know we should have done the weight at the beginning, but, you know, thank God we're doing it now. Okay, 176 divided by 2.2 equals, that is 80 kilograms. So if we divide 8,000 by 80, it'll tell us how many kilograms, how many micrograms per kilogram. 8,000 divided by 80 equals, and that divided by 80 will equal 100 micrograms per kilogram per minute. Look, boom. We saved them. You see that? I believe you do. And I did have pictures at the end with my heart and stuff, but thank y'all for watching.